TBS eFM.
Now, next up this half hour, we turn our attention to single householders in Korea. The rising number of them, how it's changing consumption patterns, but also how they are gathering together to form, well, what might seem like counterintuitively group households. Do you live alone? Do you do so out of choice, or has it been forced upon you? It'd be great to hear your reasons why by text, #sharp 1013 for 51 per message. Do you fear the future of living alone? And if so, is that something that you'd be interested in, joining up with other similar-minded single householders, bucking what might be viewed as a traditional pattern of living? But we have Kim Hyun-min, Operational Director of the Singles Union of Korea, now on the line to tell us a bit more about some of those efforts. Thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Alex.
So the Singles Union of Korea, it was established. How so? And what are its major roles?
Yeah, we've heard so many news reports over lonely deaths, and especially a grandmother who was struggling with cancer died with her grandson and found only after 15 days. So we launched our union in July 1st, 2013, with many members who wanted to participate in the movement to overcome the constraint of reality by practicing our actions of help. So Singles Union of Korea is the first civic group that was established for prevention of lonely death and well-being life for the elderly. We do have many nationwide units in Busan, Gwangju, Daejeon, and Ulsan branches, as well as Seoul office. And we are working on restoring social relations for a single household who are disconnected from the society by providing them with legal support.
It's a very interesting point you make, Mr. Kim, because we might have tended in the previous interview to think of this consumer pattern as very much being driven by younger people, and of younger people choosing increasingly, when they are able to escape the pressure of family, for example, to live alone. But there are, as you've very rightly pointed out, a worryingly increasing number of elderly people left very vulnerable on their own. Can you tell us a bit more about the activities and the impact that you've been able to have?
Yeah, because for older people, has more problem while they're living. So we have the small activities as a 7-net movement, like restoring generations by connecting people among the local communities from over age 40 to 70s. Also, we hope that this movement can help them not only form their social family relations, but also overcome the crisis of family disorganizations. And we do also have a small biography movement. It's a publishing project with the age of from 30s to 70s. We collect their life stories and edit them for the books that we are making on. And like a temporary title of these books, The Life Story Your Kids Never Listened to. So we are trying to make more connection between generations, like younger people with the elderly.
How does your movement work when you're talking about preventing people from dying alone? You've told us a little bit about your activities there, but can you give us an idea of how that really transforms the lives of the elderly, for example?
Yes,
I just wanted to point out a reminder that generally among the elderly, we are talking about a poverty rate close to 50%,
right,
whether they're alone or not. But obviously being alone would make that situation all the harder.
So they have a hard time for living by themselves. So we are, introducing them about prevention movement of dying alone. There are more than 21 lawyers of legal supporting group. We provide the whole cost of the legal process if a single person household apply for it. In the content that we assist their ending note will, and also we help people who are suffering from Alzheimer's disease so that they live more stable life and have a dignified death. Except for that, we are trying to solve some other problems such as housing deprivation, income poverty, working poor household by one-stop service with us and a pre-consultation of lawsuit help. Like, comparing ending note with will, simply ending note is like, my funeral must be done this way, or pass my keepsake on someone and please let other know about my death like this, there is no legal force of funeral, burial site, so on. On the contrary, we should follow 5 different procedures to obtain a legal force, such as family relations, inheritance of property, and so on. So we are ready for them, to go out to the world, get connected.
Well, I know your group also supports teenagers who've come together. We're out of time now, but I just wanted to salute your efforts in helping those who are particularly vulnerable, not just those who have decided to live alone and then have found themselves lonely, who, frankly, may be listening now and would like to share their story with us as well. But for now, Mr. Kim, thank you very much for speaking.
Thank you, Alex.
Kim Hyun-min, Operational Director from the Singles Union of Korea. We have got a couple of messages here on Kakao Talk. You have to consider that a lot of these are not moving out of their house to a single unit within Seoul, but people leaving their families in smaller towns and relocating to the city without their families. My own personal single household note, I wish grocery stores would start selling single household portions in response to this trend. Why do I still have to buy 12 onions? Thank you very much. At least onions, you can save them. They don't go bad particularly quickly compared with some of the other products you might buy, which I would absolutely sympathize with you on. Thank you very much for getting in touch with us. And anyone else can do so. Pound or sharp 1013 for 51 per message.